Well, it's Masters Week, Michael.
So good. So good.
It's Masters Week. Hello, friends.
Almost as good as Christmas. Well, maybe better.
In a golfing sense, I would definitely say better.
Yeah.
But exciting times. Hope you guys are downloaded the app. This week, you have to download the Masters app. The best place to get coverage. We literally have it playing in the background.
Oh, it's the best.
It's the best. Yeah, hope you guys are all good. We are back from sunny Florida. Did you have a nice time?
Good time. Only thing I'll say is,
oh, here it goes.
A little too many alligators at streams on.
Oh, jeez. Listen, if you don't like an alligator, don't go.
Aye. If you're looking for a belt or a purse for your significant other, go.
We were joking about wrestling an alligator. We're sitting at lunch on Thursday having a plate of alligator bites. We literally were.
I'd show the video, but you never sent it to me.
And an alligator literally walked right across the bag drop or the caddy shack kind of area between the putting
bag
green.
drop, yeah.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable scenes. Think you're taking a turn at any point. Taking a leg off someone.
Steve Irwin, where you at?
I know. It was, that was good stuff. We had a great time. We played Stream Song Red, played a little head-to-head match. Best of frenemies.
Oh, yeah.
And we had a little...
Scrambled eggs.
Scrambled eggs, around Cabot Citrus Farms.
If you're thinking of going to Florida for a little trip with the boys or just by yourself, or if you need someone, give me a call. Go to Cabot Citrus Farms because it was unreal.
Cameraman Cody said to us, has Cabot been on your mind all weekend? And I'm like, that's what it'll be like the first time you go. You literally there's so much going on.
Cabot on your mind, Georgia on your mind.
It's a lot on your mind.
Great song, by the way, Ray Charles.
That's a great song. So, no, we had a great time. We absolutely loved the course. I've seen a couple of videos from Cabot so far, and yeah, the conditions looked a little bit...
Ropey.
Just the turf hasn't quite bedded in. The turf is now immaculate.
The turf's in bed, sleeping.
It's in bed. Well, that's another thing I found out in Florida. Michael likes to sleep. Speaking of things that are in bed.
Shut up.
You do.
I'll tell you one thing, if you've ever
I
heard snoring from a
a
million miles away, is this alligator.
Mike Martin, save his death roll. I've never seen somebody rolled up in their covers like that in my life.
I like a comforter, okay? A duvet.
Oh my God. It's good for my life.
Anyways, let's answer some questions from the
into
commentators.
Let's get in.
Oh, you signed up to this Symbiotica as well.
Symbiotica, yeah.
Interesting.
How do you say again?
Symbiotica.
Put that on do not disturb because we have to focus.
Hocus pocus.
Time for you to focus.
Pizza on your focus.
All right, let's dive in there. Guys, let us know in the questions, who is winning the Masters this week? I need to know. I need to put a bet on at some stage or another. JB, straight in, coming in hot with a super chat. What green speed characteristics do you use for Foresight driving range?
Whoa, where are you seeing this?
Right at the very
Oh,
top.
aye, right here. JB.
I get really aggressive iron rollouts using middle of the road settings. I personally, I'll go to it right now, tell you what I use. I like the ground to be soft, green speed to be on slow, and green bounce to be on soft.
But not all the way.
Not all the way.
Just under the W and the T.
I'm looking for about 5 yards of rollout. That's what I'm looking for on a nice iron shot. That's what I try and set it to.
Nice. That's great.
Thanks. Griffin is asking, any chance we have any Masters Ventus with his name on it? Everywhere seems to be sold out. We don't have any.
Zero. We have none.
I think we, was it a Masters one we gave away a few years ago? There was definitely an emerald green one of some kind. I'm not sure if it was a St. Paddy's Day one or... No, we don't have any of Griffin, unfortunately. Roy Thompson, do you ever put older shafts in new driver heads? Can you explain the lie angle metric on GC Quad? What reading is flat and what is upright? I'm not sure I understand quite the context in which you want us to explain it. Can you explain the lie angle metric? Oh, lie angle, obviously, dynamically toe up is indicating that the face is pointing slightly left for a right-hander, right for a left-hander. Obviously, toe down tilts the face to the right. So that's ultimately what it's showing. So it's a combination metric. So we're looking at where the face angle is relative to the path, but we're also looking at dynamically, is that toe down contributing to the open face? Is the toe up contributing to the closed face? We never want a compound error. We always talk about that in club fit. We're trying never to compound errors. We're trying to compound the good things you do, not the bad things you do. And that's a lot of where we use dynamic lie angle. When it gets into the extreme measures of maybe more than 3 degrees toe down, it will start also to affect your ball speed. The club will be catching the ground slightly before impact. And if it's not catching the ground, you can bet you're living too low in the club face. So you do want to manage dynamic lie angle a little bit. First part of that question is, do we ever put old shafts in new driver heads? Yeah, a customer's request.
Yeah.
But we still, technically, we still have old driver shafts on the wall. Graphite Design DI has been out since 2010.
Yeah. I think maybe like almost a retrofitting.
Retro, yeah, of course.
Ahead to the current shaft they use.
We
do
are
it
doing
a lot.
it for customers if that's what they want. But we can certainly do that. What you got?
From
Tea's
Kevin.
good today.
Is it?
Yeah, you'll be pleased to know. Tea's good.
That's great.
How's your tea?
I'll actually be able to sleep well at night knowing you've had a good
How's
tea.
your peach tea?
It's
Your
quite
fuzzy
good.
peach.
It's for the Masters.
Your head's like a wee fuzzy peach.
Aye, I know. Pipe tune. Kevin is asking, graphite or steel for irons? What do you guys think is the way forward with it in general, and what are your main considerations for when fitting irons now? I think graphite is just as good as steel out there. There's a lot of good graphite options. Yeah, I'll in an iron fit, I'll pull some graphite depending on the weight category for that client. Yeah, I think it's not even a question of, do we sell any of it or do we fit any of it? I just think it's kind of common practice. People just get put into it. It's not like we fear or stay away from pulling it off the wall.
I genuinely have said this a few times recently. If graphite was the same price as steel, much more graphite would be put into golf clubs. Yeah. Trust me on that. If it was exactly the same, the problem with it being $50, $60 or probably £30 or so more expensive, and you times that by 6 or 7, that's where your problem lies.
Yeah.
It's in the cost. Tiago's asking, thoughts on Rick Shields' QI10 versus sim video? The whole non-equipment world is taking it as gospel and saying that sim 2 is better. Thoughts? We actually already done this one. We done this one last year. We done sim 2, stealth, and stealth 2. Sim 2, if I remember correctly, was the worst in that test for us.
Really? Interesting.
Sim 2 was a pretty kind of forgiving driver in a sense. Every driver is good for someone at that level.
Yeah.
At the top level, when you've got the top manufacturers making these products, every driver is good for someone. A Sim 2 was always, in my eyes, a little bit spinny. So I think for someone like Rick's a pretty high launch guy. He's not a high spin guy. He launches at like 16, 17, spins at 2,000, 1,900, something like that. I can see a Sim 2 being good for him. Maybe kicks the spin up to 2,300, something like that. Depending how he's hitting it that day, see what that launch window is. I can really see that being good for Rick. But you're always, remember guys, you're always seeing the world through one lens when you take a test like that. Same as our testing, to be truthful. You're seeing it through a singular lens of that golfer, of that tester. So just always be careful, in terms of, is this better than that? And then there's one person's test. I think you've got to be careful.
Tim Boudrum. I played my first round of the year yesterday and shot a 92. Rough day out there. LOL. How do you guys like to shake off the rust?
Trip to Florida. Listen, I don't really get that rusty because I don't really stop playing. I practice a lot. I think you've just got to enjoy being back out there, if I'm being honest. I think you just got to enjoy the first few rounds.
Your expectations have to be, like if you haven't practiced all winter, your expectations can't be, I'm going to go out and shoot whatever your average score is. That's just not how it works.
Yes, no, absolutely.
Golf is a stressful game.
It sure is. Sudsy in the water. Good afternoon, gents. Good afternoon, my man. Per is saying hi all. Great to catch a live this time. Spring has arrived in Denmark, so it's time for golf outside. Great. I hope you had a super trip. Thank you, Per.
Denmark. You ever been?
No, I'd love to go. I'd absolutely love to go. Can you name me one Danish city?
No, because I don't want to sound like an
Diddle
idiot.
it.
I don't
Go
know.
on.
No, I can't think of one.
You know Copenhagen, obviously.
Oh, aye. Is that in Denmark? Oh, all right, there you go, Copenhagen. Copenhagen.
Oh, do you speak Danish?
Aye.
What? Hey. You're like Scandinavian, Mike.
Justin Hazlitt. How to adjust weight on the Black Ops driver to reduce side spin and balloon drive?
Wouldn't be that worried about the weight. I'd be looking at the loft sleeve. I'd be trying to get loft down. That will be way more impactful than the weights. If anything, if you want to bring the weights forward, put the lightest weight you have at the back. That'll help move CG fractionally and marginally forward. But yeah, just get the loft down. That'll help the most.
Justin is asking, AVX video was great. Would love to see you boys put TaylorMade's claims to test about their TP5X being half a club longer on irons.
I tell you, all these claims.
Bold
get it.
claims.
I mean, I feel like it's going into a beauty pageant with your own baby going, my baby's the best. My baby's the best looking. Of course you're going to say that. We heard the same stuff from Callaway when they launched their new ball. And then we tested it and it didn't seem to be much longer and they got upset with us.
Yeah. We're not here to make frenemies.
We're not here for frenemies. We are here for the truth. And if you can't handle the truth...
You want the truth?
No, I'm only joking. The TP5X is a fast golf ball. I was doing some stuff Monday, Tuesday this week on the golf course, and I for sure saw the fastest ball speeds on the golf course I've ever seen. I had quad out there on the course with Tyler, and I've never seen 9-iron ball speed at 119, 118.
Yeah.
Like it's fast with irons, very, very quick. Yep. So yeah, it's listen, TP5X is a great golf ball. Bullet is asking thoughts on a Ventus Red TR with a Callaway triple diamond. What's that? 100 swing speed. I mean, you've got an active shaft with a sort of forward CG, definitely a lower spin head. Those at times can be the longest combos. You get a shaft that's providing a little bit sort of acceleration and sort of lead deflection, and then you get a club head that's able to sort of maintain ball speed and keep spin down. That's the freaky deaky ball right there. Without a doubt.
Dave Fogel is asking if Cabot had a spa. He asked me over message. Oh, how's Stream Song? How's Stream Song? Did you like it? Well, what else is there to do? I said, there's a nice spa. He's like, why would you go to a spa? And then he retracts the message and goes, actually, no, I would need a massage. I need to get my back sorted. So don't knock it till you try it.
The spa's great. I've been to Stream Song. In fact, we were only there for just a few hours this time. But the previous 2 times I've been to Stream Song, I've been to the spa.
Of course.
It's nice. It is nice. Justin's asking us to do a TP5X versus Titleist left dash. Which is lower spin? Categorically, that will be left dash Pro V1X. No doubt about that. Freddie's asking, you've tried a few putter shafts now, Ian. That sounds like an accusation, Freddie. You accuse me of being a club junkie. Huh? You?
Nope.
Anything you want to say?
No, it's good.
Yeah, no, I've tried Stability Shaft, Stability Tour. I've tried, obviously, the stock stuff. I've tried Diamana, Steel Fiber.
Stock.
Honking. Oh, wow. Freddie's considering a 160 gram Nippon shaft in my putter. I'm not a fan of overloading the shaft with weight. Remember that heavy putter? Literally.
Yeah, Boccieri. Great.
You liked it?
I had a lefty one.
I
It was
hated
great.
those.
Rough days.
A heavy putter doesn't feel good to me. It just doesn't. I'm using the 105 Diamana in my putter. I liked it. I liked it down there.
Yeah, you rolled it well. Diamana.
Diamana. I wish I could putt a little bit better up close with it. I I feel like I hole more mid-range putts and I don't hole my fair share of up-close putts, but I always say that.
Yeah, I think you roll it fine.
We'll see. Are you guys going to do a review of the new Betty line also? Is there a new putter line?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I'm sure we will. I'm sure we will. The club champion sort of parent group in Chicago have a very close relationship, obviously, with the Bettinardi group. They are very close by. When we're doing the club champion universities, there's normally a trip with the group over to Bettinardi to visit with them. Sometimes even Wilson being in Chicago as well.
Cool.
I think. But definitely Bettinardi. I've seen the classes go over there at Bettinardi. So we do have a good relationship with those guys. They've been very kind to send us the new irons. Love to see how many people are interested in that.
New iron is very good.
I was shocked actually how many people were interested in
Yeah.
that. Just a bit of a niche company. I think if TaylorMade or Cali releases an iron, everybody's kind of standing up. What does it do? Is it good? But it's nice to see people are interested in other brands as well.
Yeah.
It is cool.
Couple picks are coming in.
Oh, aye.
People are saying, Justin's saying Jake Knapp. Fletcher is saying Scheffler.
Scheffler.
Freddie's saying Cantley will win. I don't want it.
Does he have any form?
Don't know.
I don't think he does. Who's your top three? Who do you like your top three round there? I like Xander as one of my three. I tell you what, I think Rory last week, I was looking at his scorecards, because obviously he played okay, good, like he took 2 good rounds and 2 kind of a little ordinary rounds. I always look at Rory's bogey count. If Rory's keeping bogeys off the card, he's taking that miss out. Like at the Players, to me, he looked like he just was making too many mistakes.
Yeah.
In 72 holes last week, he made 3 bogeys and 1 double. 68 holes that did not include a dropped shot. That is impressive.
Yeah, it's
we
nuts.
know his length round there, and if he gets his sniff and he gets in the hunt, he can make enough birdies round Augusta to win there. It's always a question of can he keep the bogeys off the card. I think that's really encouraging. My stomach sounds like an alligator right now.
Gee, though.
I know. I'm absolutely starving. Oh, I sound like Paddy.
Well, the eclipse is coming. The camera's going turned off. I sound like Patty. Rob Junk saying Augusta built better for lefties. When is the last time a lefty won at Augusta?
When did Mick was the last one?
Exactly. Next.
Yeah, it's not built better for lefties. It really isn't.
I actually did see a post. A Golf Digest did post something the other day saying Augusta's built for lefties.
If you're a right-handed player that hits it right to left, and you're a left-handed player who hits it right to left, what are we talking about here? Are we talking about shot shapes, or are we talking about which side of the ball you stand on?
It doesn't matter. If you hit it in close to the hole and make putts that week, you're going to freaking win the Masters.
I don't get some of that stuff. Really don't.
Kyle Age is asking, what wedge shafts do you use? Ian?
I use Nippon Modus 115, which weigh 120 grams.
Oof.
More interestingly, what are the shafts that you use, Michael? Did you make any change?
I'll tell you, I need to have a think about my short game.
You do? What's happened to your short
I don't
game?
know. It's bugged me all weekend, to be honest. Honestly, really bugged
You
me.
should have really went to bed at night and just
I did.
thought about things. Your life.
So I
choices?
unboxed some wedges over the
Right.
weekend. They look quite good. But I just think it's technique.
I was going to say,
Something was up, and it's fine.
have you got them with you? Said wedges?
Nope. But a little wedge lesson tonight by a pal of mine. Okay, good. I use a DG spinner. It's an old shaft. It kind of tapers in the middle. It's 128. It's a wedge plus, so it's 128 grams. And it's something I've used forever, and I just like the feel of it. So, but we're not going to talk about wedges. It's a rough spot. Shane Close. Do Canadian studios have more fitting options, example 5-wood, 7-wood hybrid options compared to the standard 3-wood in the US studios?
Yes.
Yes. Ian and I and a couple other folks have a bit more hands-on with our demo matrix up here in Canada.
We have a lot more high lofted woods.
Yeah,
And
5 wood, 7 wood. We've got 3, 4, 5 hybrids, some 6 hybrids. So yeah, we definitely have a little bit more option in the wood end.
We do. What about that finish yesterday in Texas? Denny McCarthy.
8 under.
8 under. What did he birdie his last 7 or
7
something
holes,
like
yeah.
that? That's amazing. Birdie, par, and then 7 straight to get in a playoff.
I know, crazy.
And he was, Akshay Bhatia played unbelievable for 4 days.
For 4 days, he hit it great.
Just so good.
Putts it well too.
Yeah, he's a star, an absolute star. Could do
Star is born.
aye, could do a fish supper, but he's an absolute star.
Actually, I'll teach you how to eat, pal.
Come hang with us for you, you'll be just fine.
Yeah. There'll be no dislocating your shoulder. You'll be dislocating your ankles.
I know. You can't pull fat.
Aye.
By the way, even more importantly, Rangers never lost to Celtic.
I know,
the
3-3.
weekend. Tell you what, it was terrible.
3-3, that's quite a high scoring game for
Literally less
soccer.
than 1 minute in, right? The ball was going back towards our goal. Our right back goes to literally play it out the park, and the Celtic player's right there, and he kicks it into his foot, and the guy ends up scoring. Like, it was just a ricochet past the goalkeeper. 1 minute in. Then they get, what did they get? Dodgy penalty. The ball, our defender jumps, right? Try jumping with your arms by your side. It's hard. Our defender jumps, elbows in the air. You literally see him try to pull his elbow back in towards body. Ball hits his elbow, and they give a penalty.
Jesus.
Like, what are we supposed to do? Jump like penguins?
Aye.
Anyway, so they get 2-0 up, show their heart and character, back to 2-2. They got lucky again. They got up 3-2, and then we scored.
When's the season over? Couple weeks?
6 more games or something.
You guys have won it?
Well, as of right now, so if we've got a game in midweek to equal the amount of games played, if we win that game, we go back to the top of the league. They're currently ahead of us by 1.
Oh, so it changed?
1 point. No, it didn't change.
Oh, it was always like that.
Yeah, we've been ahead for the last few weeks. Then one of our games got called off because the weather was bad, rain or something, one of the waterlogged pitches. Celtic played that weekend.
Bad rain, shocker.
I know. And they jumped ahead. So, if all will be right in the world if we win on Wednesday night, I think it is.
Intense.
Aye, that's a lot going on.
Gary saying, morning lads, best week of the year. I agree.
It is indeed. Alex McKay. I'm 6'6". Currently, my irons swing weight around E5, E6. Best way to get it lower. Alex has C-taper 130s in there.
I would assume at an inch over. Inch and a half.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really see why they don't need to be E5, E6. That's for sure, Alex. There's no doubt about that. I mean, if even if they're an inch over length, which I'm guessing you're probably in and around 3/4 of an inch or an inch over length, we can still be D78.
You made some noises
I'm
today.
a rough go over here.
You made some noises.
A rough go.
At E5, E6 sounds longer than an inch.
Yeah, I mean, Muras and C-tapers and light grips and an inch. I mean, it sounds like there's thing upon, too many things in the wrong direction. Yeah, have them. I'd take them to somewhere where you can get those built properly, because that's too much. That is too much. Okay. What else is going on? Interesting one from Nathan. Do you see players fit into a driver that has an X-Flex when other clubs in the bag, Fairwood, Hybrid, Wedges, etc., are stiff? I actually do see that a little bit.
See players fit into a driver.
Yeah, you can have an X-Flex in the driver, but stiff and everything else.
Yeah.
Definitely see that a little bit.
Fletcher Platt. I have issues with my G410 irons, especially the long irons having massive draws, hooks. Is that me or the club's not as workable?
It's actually that the club is obviously, when we talk about workable, it's actually the centre of gravity moving more towards the heel. if you're having too much rotation, that's actually the definition of workable. So I think it is probably you. Those are very high in an MOI standpoint. So yes, it's definitely, it's probably when it comes to a long iron for you, it's probably that your path gets a little bit more into out and your angle attack gets a little bit shallower. So you're not as much down on it, and you're probably creating too much face rotation from that combination. So a little bit of work in the swing, maybe get on a launch monitor with a coach.
Bradley, I need help with Titleist Vokey wedge flex. I got fitted for my woods and irons and just have under tour level speeds, but I bought my wedges off the rack. Is wedge flex any good? I mean, it's soft, it's heavy.
125?
125, yeah. Bradley, if you've got fit for everything else, do yourself a favor and just go get fit for wedges and see what's up. Because I said, my guess is that they will change for sure.
For the boys, Ian, why do you swing the same club head speed as me but carry 290 and I carry 270? I would say outdoors, I'm more likely to carry 270 than 290, that's for sure. Even when I catch it really good, it's probably like 280, 285. I don't know. I personally don't think I optimize my launch conditions outdoors as much as I would like. I don't think I really get that same. I'm way more comfortable. I hit it more solid indoors than I do outside. I just think that's a factor for me. I don't create high launch, low spin outside. I just know I don't. So yeah, I don't honestly carry 290 outdoors. That's the truth. Marcos tells me that often.
Arcos. James McDonald, you guys test the new TPT line yet? We have not.
No, I'd like to, James. We'd definitely like to, but been a lot of turnover at the company, and there was a rep in this area, and then he went to work for LA Golf, and I'm not sure how their business structure is, but for us not to have any contact or
yeah, it's interesting.
It's a funny one. It's a funny one.
Brian McDonald, roll on Thursday, full bag fit with Joe Hughes at Club Champion Glasgow.
Good for you, Brian. You'll enjoy it. Let us know next week on the live how it went. I'd love to hear all about it. Just try not to listen to too much of Joseph's drivel, especially not about Celtic. Don't listen to him about the Celtic. He'll probably tell you some porky pies. But he'll tell you the truth about the golf clubs. That's the most important thing.
A friendly name from the past, Ryan Barath.
RB.
Will the Masters winner have a mini driver in the bag? The answer will be no.
9.
That's pretty good.
Our friend Mick Crowley. Is it possible to fit a left-handed driver adapter onto a right-handed driver? Will it result in a closing the face when de-lofting? No, it will not, Mick. It just, if you're de-lofting, you're opening the face. If you're adding loft, you're closing the face. There's no way around that. That's just how that goes. If you put a left-handed sleeve on, let's say it's a tailor-made example, put a left-hand tailor-made sleeve, the higher settings are actually lower settings. The lower settings are higher settings. It just flips around, it's opposite. So, you won't get a closed face and less loft though. BM is saying, I tried graphite in my iron fitting and didn't like the more heavy club head feel with graphite. Yeah, that's part of it. That's another tool a club fitter has up their sleeve, is if somebody says to the fitter, it feels a little bit too club or too head heavy, we can give them a different balance point. Mm-hmm. Or if they can't feel the head, we can give them something like that. So it's just way more options.
Justin is asking if we've seen Rory's new Proto 4 iron, return of the 760 or a rack.
It's a 760 rack, isn't it? It's a rack. It's exactly what it is. Shape-wise, very close to a 760, I think.
Is this allowed to be seen?
Oh, aye.
Any driver, anyone?
Let's look at that puppy. retro. Baby.
Retro, yeah, I love the grip and shaft is.
Oh, the Victory grip's the best part about it. I feel fantastic.
When you see the old head cover, or the like remake of the head cover, it smells like a garage. This just sits in the garage and gets all moldy after a few years.
What's a garage?
A garage. Garage.
That garage. X Mataro is saying Rick tested the Sim 2 Max versus the QI10 Max. Again, apples and oranges, honestly. The QI10 Max, I would say the Sim 2 Max and the
Getting dark out there.
so it is. The Sim 2 Max and the QI10 Core are closer to one another.
I like a QI10 Core. Well, I think I like it.
Oh, I thought in my head I heard you say I like the QI10 Max. I'm like, what?
That's what I need. Patrick Keeney, have y'all gotten your hands on the new Titleist mini driver? And if so, will there be a video comparing that
I honestly
and
haven't heard anything.
burner?
Yes, we would love to do that video. Haven't heard anything about samples coming out on that, which is unusual from Titleist.
We're just left in the dark these days.
If only we had a pal called Ryan Andrews who could help us.
I know, Ryan Andrews, if you're watching,
Remember Ryan used to
remove the finger and get
used
some
to
work
get
done.
anything we wanted.
I know. Used to be my favorite.
I mean, especially you, anything you wanted.
I know.
Times 3.
Times 4.
Hey Ryan.
Hey,
Hope you had
pal.
a good lunch. All right. Let's get
Right,
caught up
Kyle.
here.
Ian, what's your personal favorite 3 drivers last 10 years in terms of performance/own golf game?
2016 M2.
That was a good driver. Remember when you drove the green on 9 at Copperhead?
That was insane.
Was it Copperhead?
It was.
Yeah, it was Copperhead.
It wasn't.
I remember you texted me, you're like, I drove the green on 9. I was
I
like,
didn't quite drive.
first of
green.
all,
It was 25 yards.
get to work.
Oh, I've hit 7 iron into that green before.
Yeah, I know, me too. Well, I've hit 3 wood.
And it was just one of those, I just absolutely
Roasted.
roasted it.
With a
25
10C
yards.
white.
Aye, so good.
I love a 10C weight.
Focus. 2016 M2. Original Sim. That was spectacular. And albeit that it's working its way out the bag, I'd still say TSR3. I'd say that's my top 3 drivers of the
Good
last
drivers.
10 years. You?
I wasn't asked. Just you.
I'm asking.
I still like a GBB back in the day. It was good.
Nice. Good driver, yeah.
I loved an M3. I thought
You were
that
quite
wide
good with that.
wide track was
Yeah.
good. And TSR3.
I like that. I like it. What did we say there? So within mine there was 2 TaylorMades and a Titleist. What did you say? 1 Callaway.
Callaway TaylorMade Titleist.
Interesting. Justin's asking, ever test the claims of painter shoes of hitting it longer? Not yet, but it is coming. It is coming. If there's 4 companies have sent me shoes for testing. This is very interesting to me, this whole traction, the amount of heel drop. I went down a bit of a rabbit hole with this whole thing.
Shocker.
I watched a podcast the other day with Peter Attia, and he was talking to a foot specialist, and he goes, one of his major exercises, he goes rucking at the weekends, and he was talking about how much sort of heel drop and stuff he uses in his shoes, and how, to be honest, like foot health is one of the most important things for basically not dying early. It's crazy. So basically, the way shoes are produced nowadays is really detrimental to the muscles around their feet, and the risk of falling obviously is catastrophic when you go over the age of 65, and keeping those muscles strong. So the footwear that we choose is a big factor in that. So I think as much as we love comfortable shoes, the reality is it's taking the burden of the muscles in our feet. So I think we have to really think more about the choices we make on our golf shoes. That's a roundabout way of me saying that.
That was That was deep.
That's a lot, wasn't it?
Dave Fogel, first of all, shocker, you wear squares. And they
Are you and Dave
100%
talking again?
don't make you swing faster. This is the best part. He told them
It was the same inside.
inside and
He said it only works outside.
that's the best.
That's so
so
funny.
good.
Mike saying, wow. So shoes do impact golf swing. Of course, they absolutely do. They 100% do. I think all of these things, as we get into the layers of performance and things like that, I think it will help you be more stable. If you can feel more stable, if you can feel more planted to the ground, if you can have more awareness of where your feet moves to, when you're on Swing Catalyst or what's the other one, Smart to Move, and you start to see that the weight, kind of rock to the outside of the feet are working efficiently versus sort of working that way, front and back. Like, there's a huge difference in force production between those two.
You're so intense. You need a little break.
I can't do that. I know you question.
Oh, from Scott Yemen.
Yemen.
Tough game in midweek though. D for life. Oh, loser.
Shut up, Yemen. Always like 7 by you.
Richard Brooker, does Ian have a green and white Masters outfit?
I don't do green, Richard. No.
And Rubbish is asking, 7 woods are rubbish. Is it Rubish? And he's saying rubbish. Aye, Rubish.
Aye. That's a good point. 7 woods, well, you're the only one here with one in the bag.
Yeah, it's
For
rubbish.
now.
It's actually gone. 5 woods back, baby.
What one?
TSR2.
That's a good choice. That's a good choice for you. Although I think I might get you back into hybrid.
No, I hate a hybrid.
I think I might do
That 5 iron feels good, by the way. We're back.
Dave Fogel, I heard Tiger shot 4 under for 9 holes at Augusta last week. I also heard that Tiger's doing other things in his preparation for the Masters, and I'm pretty sure that's not true either. Tiger could quite easily shoot 4 under around 9 holes at Augusta. Unfortunately, the tournament's over 72 holes. That's the hard bit for old T Woods. Ryan's upset. 7 woods rule, cut that out. I think 7 woods, if you play in a bubble, if you play in Palm Springs, if you play in somewhere where you're really not having to... Can you imagine, well, you did have to imagine hitting that into that wind the other day. 2 of the clubs that we fit you to in recent times.
Nearly came backwards.
5 iron. Think of that hole.
Like par 3?
Aye, on the back 9.
Try to forget it. Yeah, 16.
So I've hit 4 iron in there, and you've hit 5 iron. Oh, no, what?
No, I hit 7 wood.
Oh, you hit 7, of course. There must have been 50 yards of difference between those 2 golf
It
balls.
was awful.
Nothing you could do.
It was windy.
It was very... Florida campdown.
I know.
Too windy.
Tell your alligators to relax and lower the wind a wee bit.
Fogel's getting a hard time. Tiger said, no sex before the Masters, which is the only thing we have in common.
Can't say that.
I'm just reading it. Reading.
Fogel.
Yeah, we're talking a lot here. 2 irons, 5 woods, hybrids. I was doing a little bit of testing yesterday. I'm going to change some things at the top end of my bag.
That hybrid was good.
That was nice, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I'm back with the hybrid and a DI.
DI, nothing better.
Life is good.
A 4 irons going back in the bag too.
Life is good. There'll be times I think when a five would make sense, but
For the boys is asking, what are all the lads working on swing technique wise? For the boys, I can tell you, I have no clue.
Mikey,
I'm so lost. I've looked to the sky during the eclipse and I've blinded myself from my swing and don't really know what's going on, but I have some help.
Help is on the way.
And it's a wee bit of a process.
Well, yesterday was day 1 of said help.
Yeah, I know, but like sometimes it kind of clicks pretty quick. And yesterday I was a bit deflated.
Fogel's just on you. Mikey, have you tried practicing?
Dave Fogel's got a crush on a Young lad's a bit weird.
Who's that young lad?
Me.
Ryan saying, well, Vegas was right on taking the under 2.5 weeks on Ian making changes to the bag. Yeah, Vegas was right. No doubt about that. James Hill likes the True Golf shoes, which have minimal heel drop, also quite comfortable. They are one of the models that are on the way for testing.
I like a G4.
Dawson's asking, do you have any plans to test the Denali shaft line? No?
We can.
I don't think we have plans to. I don't think that is in the plans. But I think it is one of the better stock shafts out there right now. There's a few companies that are offering the Denali.
Vogel practicing, bit overrated, not gonna lie.
You done a little bit of practice when we were
A little bit, yeah. Confused, but that's fine. Is the Ping S159 wedges getting to Vokey level? See what I did there?
I do.
It's very good. Ooh.
Are they?
Yeah, good wedge, tour wedge.
Mm-hmm.
It's better than that Glide Forge stuff they had back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
So this is definitely more of a tour product, and it'll be good.
I
think you'll see more. You'll start to see Ping wedges in bags that are not just all Ping.
Yeah.
For the general public. Listen, almost 300 people are watching this. Only 33 thumbs up.
Come on, 10%.
Get them up.
And Mikey's rubbish at math. Even he can work that
I
out.
know, I could work that out. That was quite good. That's quick.
What?
You're a recalculator, you know that?
You're a wee calculator.
No.
Freddie M. Is Nelly Corda good at golf? I would say pretty good.
Very good. Very, very good.
Yeah, let's get the likes up. What are we at? 44?
Keep going, folks.
I know. Let's get that into triple digits. If we get it to triple digits, we'll give something away at the end of this live.
Aye, we wrench.
You wrench, you poo. An empty cup of Starbucks. No, we'll give a wee giveaway. Fancy a giveaway?
Aye, let's give something away.
We'll give something away.
What are we going to give away? A signed glove by Ian.
And I don't even need to hit you a golf ball to get it. What have we got?
I will give something away. Yeah, absolutely. I ain't giving those away.
That'll be a nice one.
No chance. Forget it. Oh, you can get a wee Sharpie.
Oh, thank you. We'll think about something. Ryan T. Ian, Old Sim Fairwaywood? Question mark. I don't know where they are, Ryan. Truthfully, I do not know where those things are. They are not in my possession anymore.
I gave them away.
Good. I don't want to know where they
I
are.
shipped them out of here.
Shipped them away. Raj, tried liking twice, but the number goes down. Fogel wants an Atomax golf ball. Still waiting on that. Jim is asking, what's a good upgrade from a Tensi AV 55 gram in the TSR1? What's
Jim
a good
Jimenez.
upgrade? Ooh, well, let's see.
You two play button behind you, gents, for the giveaway. Nice
Oh,
dented.
That's dented. It's been hit by a golf ball. What's similar? Maybe, Jim, if you can, what's a good upgrade from? What do you need, Jim? What are you looking for? Lighter? Are you looking for a little bit of a different feel? Like, there's literally 110 shafts behind us right here. I would guess if you're playing TSR1, you've got a little bit slower swing speed, so you're looking for something nice and active. Acura GX 140 M2, buy it now.
Buy it.
Now.
Right now.
Yes. Justin saying, give away Ian's clubs he's taken out of his bag. We'll all have a full bag. Listen, I think everybody's getting carried away. The amount of clubs have changed. Let's all just relax.
It's not that much,
The
but it's
irons
quite
stay
a
the
bit.
same, the wedges stay the same, the putter stays the same. I have a wee bit of fun at the top end of the bag, but I think I'm close. I think I'm close. I really do. Sean is saying, Ian, first round this Wednesday with the new clubs, equal parts excited and nervous. Sean, it could take some time. generally does. New clubs, new distances.
A new pair of shoes.
Yeah, give them some time. I like that analogy. New shoes.
Thank you. And your wife came up with that one.
Is that right?
Yeah, that's a Tracy Mundy. Ah, Barace.
We cheesy pizza.
Yeah, it's like a new pair of shoes. Give them a couple rounds of golf and a little range session, and
You'll be right as rain, Sean.
yeah. Bernstein. What is the correct path to become a golf club fitter? I know so much product and want to make a career out of it. Please, any tip would be appreciated.
What did you do? How did you reach the top of this game?
I don't know. I asked the wrong questions.
I made a good cup of tea. That was about it. My tea boy.
You could go to a big box retail and learn that way through like a PJ Superstore. You could come to Club Champion, go through Club Champion University. If you know, like stated, a lot about clubs already, that will kind of excel your way through CCU to become a fitter. You could go to a smaller club fitter, an independent, and work under that person as like an apprentice or something like that. But a big box retail or even an OEM, there's nothing wrong with them whatsoever. They're going to teach you a lot. You're going to learn a lot, and then the rest is on you. You got to buckle up and learn and absorb as much as you can.
One thing I would caution anyone who
Watch
knows,
a YouTube channel.
Yeah, when you're doing the right thing, you're here. One thing I would caution people on is because you know a lot about product, it makes you almost more dangerous than helpful. You've got to learn when to say the right thing, when to not say anything. There's a lot of skill involved in managing a fit and sort of when to change clubs, how to sort of manage someone's sort of energy and sort of just even their mood, to be honest, in the fit. Like if they're hitting a bunch of stuff that's not very good, you don't want them to start to second guess a lot of their technique. Back in a previous sort of role I had, a big part of the delivery of the club fitting was to actually deliver an assessment on the swing itself, and I found it was very detrimental to the fitting process. I think the more you get people in their own head internally, and you don't allow them to be external, to be aware of the changes with the heads and the shafts and the grips and the lengths and the dynamic lie angles and the golf ball, there's enough going on. You want them to be externally focused, not internally focused, and I think a good fitter does that naturally.
And I will say you can know a lot, but we learn stuff day in and day out, and you know a lot, I know a little bit. So there's always a bunch of stuff to learn.
Dave Fogel says, I find so many fitters trying to give lessons instead of fitting. That is often the case, and that is when an instructor is stuck in a fitter's role. That's why I don't believe the two exist. I really don't. I don't believe you can be half your day giving lessons and half your day giving club fitting. I genuinely think you're going to be stuck, in between. What do you see? What do you want to change? Do you want to change their swing, or do you want to give them a club that will immediately give them better results and sort of impede the change of the swing?
The only thing I'll add to that, though, is there's a lot of clients, customers, consumers that come in for fitting that are sometimes expecting a lesson out of it as well.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Right? And at the end of the day, I'm not a coach, I'm a club fitter, I'm a club builder. Yeah, could I tell you to swing your right foot back? Yeah. Could I tell you to fix your grip? Sure, but we're not going to be doing drills and leapfrog in the bay. No. You're here for a club fitting, so you got to keep those expectations pretty low.
Definitely. 100 likes.
What are we giving away?
When, Mikey? You'll come and do your cleaning, do your washing, do your dishes.
I won't be doing your washing.
We'll give something away. We will do a little giveaway following this. That is.
We'll just scroll and pick a lucky winner.
Yes, we will. We will. I like that. Jenny's asking, what does a full bag fit with Ian cost?
Priceless, Jenny. Priceless.
So you can't put a price in such a thing. can't put a price on it. Well, you can. It costs $1,000 for a fitting with myself. So it depends if you want to do so there's two options. You can do the full bag or you can do the half bag. Basically, one is we call it between 4 and 5 hours, somewhere between there. And the other one is about 2 to 2.5 hours. So you can either do half bag or full bag. That's the two options. If you're interested in that, info at clubchampion.ca.
Yeah.
Info at clubchampion.ca. You can reach out. You can find out more. Okay.
Do many professional golfers use upright clubs, or is it true that better players typically use flat lie angles? From Joshua.
I would say, Joshua, that's a really good question. I think the better the golf swing, the less of a need there is for an upright golf club. I think the shallower your golf club's sort of moves, the more likely you are to be dynamically toe up. Golfers typically hate hitting it left, so I'd say lie angles typically on the slightly flatter, neutral to flat side of things. Kevin, yeah. Is 1 hour enough time to do a fitting using different types of iron manufacturers? 1 hour is plenty of time for an iron fit. Kevin, no issue about that. Matt Scott is asking, thoughts on the Mizuno Optimizer as a fitting tool? I really like it. I really like it. Yeah, I think it is a really good tool. If I was at a golf club and I was a head pro, I would make sure, and I was into fitting and I wanted to kind of make sure a good portion of golf clubs that I sold were fitted golf clubs, I would not be without a Mizuno Optimizer tool. Because I firmly believe that club pros are not going to be fitting enough hours to get the reps to learn the shafts and learn the matrix the way we do. The ability for the Optimizer to learn tempo, load, club speed, all these different things, and obviously the software as it develops, they've done an amazing job developing that tool. So I think it's fantastic. I really do.
Sam Aiden, will Club Champion carry the new Burner Mini copper driver head, looking to get fit for one as soon as they're available for the fitter? My guess is they are super limited.
Yeah, I would say probably not.
And the crazy thing is, I would bet you probably pretty sold out of one of the lofts already.
Yeah, true.
They come and go pretty fast.
Mm-hmm. Yep. It's a difficult one because obviously the shaft length. It's not a 3-wood shaft length and it's not a driver's shaft length. It's what, 44 inches?
I think it's 43 3/4.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, Pro Force, modern Pro Force.
Nice.
Victory grip. Oh, copper accents.
I don't get the love for the Victory grip, but sure.
You're too young.
Yeah, I know.
And that felt nice to me. That felt really nice.
That's good. Nice.
We were talking about on the car ride, I think it was back from Cabot with the boys. We were talking about the old bubble shafts and had we ever played them. Mm-hmm. I certainly played the TaylorMade bubble shafts in the drivers. Some burners, some fire souls, some tie bubble 2s, played a little bit of everything. You?
Nope.
Never played them, but you re-gripped them?
I tried to re-grip a bubble shaft once, and that was awful.
Big butt.
Big butt.
You like big butts.
Justin's asking, who's the coolest person you've fitted? Any cool stories or horror stories?
The coolest person. Well, there was a young guy came in my fitting bay one time. Really cool young guy. He's probably about 15 years old at the time.
You're such a tit.
Bit eager, a little bit eager. Kind of was like a little bit starstruck when he came in the bay and stuff like that.
You were not even, a star wasn't even born yet. You were my age.
I don't know if you've ever told this story.
We don't need to tell the story. We can skip.
Young Mike came in for a fitting, all eager. For a start, I'm like, what is this kid's name? Michael, what? Oh, Marty Savage, okay. And he walks in, young 15-year-old. We tried some stuff, nothing really worked. And I ended up sending him away for lessons. A friend of mine, Laird White and Mark Burke, I said, listen, can you help this boy? Because he came in for a fit, he was really keen, and unfortunately he couldn't hit the side of a barn.
Funnily enough, a year and a half later, I worked with old Laird White.
That's right. That is right.
So that could have been, that's obviously the coolest person you've
You were
ever
the coolest
fit.
person I've ever fit.
Cool.
Yeah,
Nice.
definitely. You?
No one.
You fit some. You must have fit somebody cool. Who? Come on, spill.
Everyone's cool. They're all my favorites.
You fit some LPJ, some.
Oh, yeah. Wow. Oh, yeah, I guess we both worked with Rebecca.
Mm-hmm.
We both, what was that girl's name? She was from Alabama. She came in. She worked with.
Did you work with Emily Talley?
Yeah, I worked with her, that's right, yeah.
On the LPJ tour?
Yeah.
She's a good player.
I worked with a Corn Ferry guy back in the day. He's off the tour now.
Tennis player? Good tennis player?
He's overrated. That's a horror story, not a cool story. He knows it. He wants a fit tomorrow.
Does he?
I said, I quit. I'm out of the business.
Yeah. Mikey doesn't want to share for some reason. I'm not sure why.
Doesn't matter.
They're asking the question.
Milos Raonic, but he's probably too injured for a fit. He's just a big baby.
All right. Bill Jacobs is asking, do you fit a lot of people into TSR4? Who would benefit instead of going with TSR3? I think someone who really likes that centre of gravity more forward, likes to control the face. We have a really good friend that just doesn't matter what you give me, his TSR4 the best.
So good.
He just does. Just loves it. He
High
creates
launch,
high
low
launch.
spin. So
It really benefits from low spin. Hits it really centred, so he benefits from. Just benefits from that head. He's fast with it. Really, really good. TSR4 is a great little head. It really was. I liked it a lot. What else?
Stephen Middleton, is it worth it for me, a bad 13 to 14 handicap, to travel 5 hours to come see you, and compared to my local shop where I don't have a relationship, still on my first fitted set from 19? Stephen?
We're biased, but we say yes.
Come on up, pal.
We would say yes.
Drive safe.
Mm-hmm. Joe Lane, why do you think my golf spy ranked the QI10 drivers so low? I see they ranked the Ping 10K number 1, then your Cal AI Smoke Triple Diamond 2. Thanks, Joe. I'm honestly not sure. It must have been just what obviously their test showed. We're seeing some good results from QI10.
Mm-hmm.
The best carbon face driver. Like, I would honestly argue, like, I think they have figured out carbon face and how to make it work for them as a company. I really genuinely believe that now. There's a big thing for me when I look at tour heads and I look at the CT, the measurement of characteristic time, which is a reflection of the ball speed. I was really concerned when Stealth and Stealth 2, I was looking at the CT measurements and it was like 237, 236, 239. It's like, wow, they're leaving quite a lot. You know, I know other companies are up in the 250s in measurement of faster off the face. 257 is the legal limit for CT, 250 milliseconds. I saw a QI10 the other day at 257, literally at the absolute max.
That's cool.
Which is really cool to see.
I want one above it.
Yeah, 275.
310.
Yep.
Make it illegal, baby.
John Jensen's watching the eclipse here in San Diego.
Watch your eyes, John.
Be careful. Be careful. It's dangerous out there.
Raj Gill.
Does anyone think the eclipse is actually dangerous?
You can go blind.
Don't look at it then.
No, I know, but I'm saying, like, the scary thing is for, like, dogs and stuff like that. Could you imagine if Ben then blind from looking.
He is blind.
Maybe he looked at the eclipse then.
My very dog.
My poor wee dog. Poor guy. He just needs a bit of chicken.
He does, I know.
Maybe a bit of
Blind
cheesy
from the
pizza.
vegan diet.
Raj Gill's asking, what do you expect from Tiger this week? Everyone thinks my opinion on it is silly. But I think might be a bit of magic in the Georgia air through the Georgia pines.
That's what the Masters are all about.
I know.
It's that magic, it's that hope. Start major season. Yeah, it's cool. It really is cool.
That's an hour, folks.
That is an hour. What do we think? What do you guys think, more importantly? What do you think on Gary Player's comments that he would rank Augusta or the Masters as the least important of the majors? I think he said the Open, the US Open, the PGA, and then the Masters. That's how he ranks the 4 majors. What do you think about that?
There comes a time and age when you should just be put in a wee room and lock the door. And that's where he needs to be. Because that's the stupidest comment known to mankind. Now, everyone's opinion, they're entitled to it.
Mm-hmm. He's entitled to it, no doubt about it.
Well, that's a bad opinion.
I do think there's a little bit of an agenda there, in the sense of, in recent years, he's had the player family have had their knuckles wrapped by Augusta, rightly so. I mean, that whole
Sponsor.
who was it?
His son,
Was
holding the sleeve of balls.
Encore?
Yeah.
Vero 2
Vero X,
or
yeah.
something, or Vero X? Aye. Yeah, not a fan of those
Bucks
comments.
Golf Gary's entitled to his own wrong opinion.
Yeah, I agree. Raj is saying, did you guys hear what Faldo said of Rahm? Yeah.
Well, what about Norman on Taylor Gooch, that he's the best iron striker in the last 20 years? First of all, Craig Norman, you sharky, you're wrong. You ever heard of Scotty Scheffler? Pure. Pure.
And Scotty Scheffler would also tell you that he would not lace Tiger Woods' boots when it comes to hitting an iron.
Of course, because he's humble and he's a good guy.
Yep. Okay, who's going to win? Last question to you guys. Who's going to win this week? A liver or a PGA?
PGA.
Let us know. Quick. 2 minutes.
I'd rather Sandy Lyle win than a live tour player.
3 characters. Just put live or put PGA. Let's go. Let's see it. Rory. Not Rory. Rory. That's so funny. Phil. Ricky. Xander. PGA live. Ooh, PGA.
Oh, it
I
looks
feel like we're like 70-30 right now. No, 80-20. No. Is Ricky even in it? That's a good question. Wyndham Clark, good call for this week. Played well.
Yeah.
Hits it long.
like I'm saying, Scotty Scheffler just looks so comfortable. Guys, like, I've already won here.
I know.
Walk in the park,
true.
stripe it,
Yeah.
have a day.
I feel like he's going to walk in there this week, and this is a big part of it. He is going to walk on the grounds this week expecting to win.
Expecting to win, but also being like, meh, like he's not pressured to win a major right now, and he's going to have a kid in a month. Guy's just on easy street.
Listen, Brooks plays well round there. I think there's a lot of people saying Koepka, Brooks, Alex is saying that, Adam's saying that. I don't doubt Brooks is going to be right in the mix. He plays great round there.
Hideki.
Hideki, I think, is a good, not quite one of the favourites, maybe outside of the top 5 favourites. He's maybe
Was he the
one of
favorite
them.
in 22?
No.
When did he won in 21?
I feel Rory's the favourite every year. It's like, it's kind of like Rory, Rahm.
I hope Rory makes the cut. Hope Rory makes it. That'd be good for his career.
You're such a little dweeb, you know.
Righto, folks.
Guys, this was a fun one. An hour passed fast. Thank you for joining us. Really appreciate it. How are you going to pick, Michael? How are you going to pick someone at random?
Oh, you want to do it right now?
Of course.
We'll just go really quick, scroll.
Can you do that? Mike. Oh, Oh, no, you can't start doing that.
I know, you already said his first name right here. Mike Williams. Can I bring my own heads to get fitted for shaft grips and whatever?
Mike Williams, are you still on the feed?
Mike Williams, send us a DM on Instagram.
Mike Williams, if you're still on the feed,
and we'll send you something.
we're going to send you something. Send you something nice.